The hardest lesson on me, I think, has been that I think has been more of like an organizational thing. So, getting back to those times where I was at a job for too long, and I think, there's this spectrum of kind of like good organizations versus bad organizations, and those two were probably very heavily on the bad organization side, or bad fit. I think like organization and fit are an interesting cross section, but let's just talk about it as organizations right now. I think one of the hardest things for me, like on me, was really just realizing that organizations are not necessarily there to care about me, right? Like as much as managers talk about caring about people, as much as we have team camaraderie in some way, and I think that's where there's a lot of this like toxic ideal of cultural fit being that you want to go get a drink with someone. Like that doesn't build great teams. But in the end, like organizations, especially ones that are publicly traded, are there at service to their shareholders, right? And not necessarily to their employees. I think good organizations are that way. And that was hard. That was very much like it, for a little while, it was kind of like a crushing realization. And I think, it made me very sad, first of all, because like, the fact that these organizations don't really care deeply about me necessarily. But I think it also was a little bit freeing. It was kind of cathartic in the sense that, you should really be focusing on what's best for you, right? The reality about organizations is that they have a goal, or they have some type of end state that they're trying to get to, and they're really just renting you for whatever amount of time you allow them to. And you have your own goals, though. And sometimes those goals intersect, and sometimes they overlap, but they don't always, and they shouldn't always, right? And so I think it was a very tough realization, but then ended up being kind of good in a way that it means that I'm much more focused on trying to find the place that I fit the best.